but when I first put it in my mouth, it tastes like a McDonald's French fry.
Two short guys eat stuff and talk about it.
So we're always bringing in new stuff to your local farm and home supply, and now back-to-back videos we've had some salty snacks to try, right? And this one's Sterzing, so tell me a little bit, Blake, about what is Sterzings.
So Sterzings makes chips. They're made locally out of Southeast Iowa in Burlington. It says they were founded in the mid-1930s, so definitely been here a long time. I have had the original Sterzings before, and I can tell you it's definitely my favorite chip of all time.
So high standard to go to here. I hear from, most of the time you hear from older people, right? Of like Sterzings is the tried and true, and this is the standard that everybody else tries to get to. So we're gonna try that out today. So not only do we have original, but we got the sour cream and onion, and then the sweet and spicy barbecue, which I've heard rave reviews from a lot of people about this too. So we'll try them out. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a big bag, right? A 14-ounce bag seems large to me, and it says family size on the outside of it.
Yeah.
But if you gotta guess, how many sit-downs would it take you to go through that bag?
Oh, quite a few, but I will say if I have like French onion dip with me, then
A half bag?
oh yeah, definitely. I don't know why I grabbed a whole handful.
Must have been hungry. So, something I think that Sterzings gets away with that not a lot of chip companies could, the salt factor. And that's maybe the reason around the craving that is Sterzings, is that wherever in the formula that's been ever since 1930, they pack a lot of salt in there.
You know, I was reading on their website, and it said, you know, 3 ingredients, plain and simple: potatoes, salt, and oil. And that's ideally what you taste.
Right.
I'll be honest, I haven't had these in a while. First put it in my mouth, it tastes like a McDonald's French fry.
That's the saltiness it could be, and then maybe it's trans fat. I don't know. One thing is different about Sterzings though, mouthfeel. I hate to be an uppity foodie right now, but the crunch that you get from a Sterzings chip is much different than you get from like a Lay's, right?
Oh,
it's not
much
super
different.
light and fluffy. There's denseness. There's something to it, right?
Yeah, it's like with the Lay's, you know, it's pretty brittle. You know, it breaks off. These things, I mean, this is what I want when I eat a potato chip.
And you said you like to dip it in, you know, French onion dip or whatever the case is. So this could hold a lot of dip. It'll hold up to some weight. So that's a good thing. And even just looking at the chips, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but the bubbles, right? I mean, you can tell that it's still fresh, right? It's made fresh and locally, and you can almost see the homemadeness to it.
Yeah, and I'll assume this, but you know, with it being a local company, you know, they probably only produce them in smaller batches.
Right.
And so
We don't sell them at your local farm, don't buy in bags too small. We sell them in big bags. This is a sample bag. It's just people are like watching these videos like, well, what's the size of that bag? Well, it's just a sample. Holy cow. Same thing with those My Dad's chips, right? If you have something, that flavor that packs a punch, you immediately get it as soon as you put it in your mouth.
this could be me going out on a limb here, but typically when I try something that's sour cream and onion, onion's usually like the aftertaste kind of.
Right.
This one, I think onion hits you first.
Yeah, and the sour cream after. Maybe it's imaginary, but it's creamier than most sour cream and onion chips. I don't know how to explain that, but there's just a lightness to the flavor while still packing a punch to it too at the same time. You know, with My Dad's chips, I think we said it tasted like a Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a Sweet Baby Ray's kind of feel, so hopefully this has kind of taste. A lot smokier.
I'd say they're pretty comparable. I will say, like with the My Dad's chip, it was I'll call it more of a flat barbecue, where you still tasted, you know, a lot of potato chip. This one's got actually quite a bit of barbecue flavor in it.
You get a lot of sweetness.
Like, comes in waves.
The boldness of the barbecue or the smokiness comes through more than the sweetness or the spicy.
Yeah, I don't necessarily get much spice at all.
So if you had to rank them of which one you think you're taking down a family-sized bag in 2 sittings, what are you going with?
Definitely the original. I mean, it just hits different.
I'm gonna go almost the complete opposite. Sour cream and onion really surprised me. I could do like an original, but like a plain potato chip is not something I could sit down and eat a lot of. I need something else, right? This brought me something else. I was really surprised by the creaminess, the richness of a chip and a sour cream and onion, because this far surpassed anything else that's mass produced.
And I can agree with that stance on most chips. Like, I'm not an original Lay's chip eater. I would always go for a flavor. But it's something about these original chips, that's something I can tolerate and eat over a flavored chip.
Yep. So there you go. Sometimes local is better. A small batch is better. In this case, Sterzings, I forgot how good these were after not having them for a long time. Highly recommend these guys.